Hey y'all, it's Amy Graham, the Badass Valkyrie, and today I wanted to go over my Leuchtturm bullet journal and my Hobonichi cousin Avec. Go over February's month and show you my March spreads as well. My Dr. Jones, Chic Sparrow Dr. Jones is out just because I wanted to show you he's all set up. He's holding my Hobonichi weeks right there, and he is quite chunky, but I am using him as my everyday carry along with my Nano and in my handbag. So hopefully at the end of March, beginning of April, I will do a walkthrough for you, and you can see how I use him as an everyday carry. But I just wanted to show you that since I had shown you me getting him. And we'll just go ahead and start with the Hobonichi. This is the Cousin Avec. I prefer the Cousin Avec because it is half the width of the regular Cousin. As you can see, it is quite thin. I have this in a Patricia Nash journal cover, leather journal cover, that I found at TJ Maxx. And just to kind of start at the beginning, this is my year at a glance. And I had originally thought that I was going to use this as a habit tracker, but it turns out that I do my habits a little bit differently, and I'll show you that as well. But it's just working out better just to list my dates or my things there, and then I'm just going to go ahead and list them throughout the year as I've gone in. Last night I found out the PlannerCon parties were listed, and so I went through and put those in as well. And let's jump to February. This was my February spread, and it has all the numbers that you see at the top of the boxes. Those are my steps for the day. The smaller number are the minutes, the active minutes that I had per that day. And then a lot of times it's just mainly something major that happened that day. Like here it snowed, went and saw Black Panther at 7:30. I went to MPS and Joann's and Sam's Club that day. We had a couples massage, that kind of thing. So this is where you will find the bits of decoration in my Hobonichi. Occasionally, you will see a sticker or something like that, some washi tape in my week spread or sometimes in my daily spread, but it is not often that you will see this because I am pretty much a minimalist planner person, journalist, however you want to put it. So, but I do minimal. I don't over decorate or anything like that. Not even in my traveler's notebooks. So this is February, and we will go ahead and jump to the February weeks. And this is where February started. And as you can see, I do a monthly color theme. January was teal. And then starting in February, it was a mauve color. And so all of my highlights throughout the month are in that color, all of the breaking up of the different sections. At the top, I have two lines for the Hobonichi where I put any major updates, again, that might happen throughout that day. I put the time that I wake up and the time that I actually get to work, and then I break it down in here. Break up my work day. Usually things are pretty well the same during my office hours, but I will change them when I need to. And then I've been doing a 20-minute clean every day when I get home. And here at the bottom is where you could track a full 24 hours in this day, in this weekly spread, but I don't have, I sleep. I usually am in bed by 11 at the latest. And so I just use these 1, 2, 3, and 4 as a task list so that I can kind of keep track of what I'm doing through the week. And then I have weekly goals there. And then I have my chores goals. So things that I need to get done throughout the house. So, and then my course. So this is the beginning of February. And this is the second week in February, which is the 6th week of the year. And again, my weekly goals, my chores, how I broke things up throughout the day or throughout the week. And again, it's just pretty much very minimal as far as decorating goes. Now, on a special day like Valentine's Day, I did put hearts in, And so I kind of made it a little bit more festive, but we actually did not celebrate on Valentine's Day because my husband was not feeling well. So he's been having issues with his back this whole month. And so we did make it out to see Black Panther the next night when it premiered. So that was kind of our celebration that we have for the day. But again, you just kind of go with the flow and figure it out. So, and this was the 19th through the 25th of February. And all of my organization things are here, task list down at the bottom. And I'll usually write when I'm doing a video or like the Chic Sparrow unboxing. So I'll try to put that in here as well and note that when it goes up. But mostly it's just my day during the week. And this is where my Hobonichi is open on my desk, usually in my week view. And so this is this week. This is today right here. I got up at 7:15. I'm doing laundry. I'm working on the February-March flip-through video. I just got back from a run, which I just haven't put in yet. And here is, the things that I need to get done. These things that still need to be checked off. And so, yeah. So this has been, a good week. We had a full moon on the 1st, which was awesome and beautiful. Let me go ahead and jump to February. This is the February beginning spread. Here is the beginning of the month where I put in all my stats, and here are my quarterly goals. I usually write that out. And then the 101 goals focus that I have for the month. These are the modules that I was trying to get finished, and my schedule just got so convoluted. I was trying to work too much out. I was trying to get my training schedule set, and so doing that and doing courses on top of that was just not a good thing. So my coursework is mainly going to get focused over this next month, now that I have my training schedule pretty much worked out. And then the goals there, what I started out as on February 1st, what I ended up as. So only 0.4 pounds down. It was not as much as I wanted, but that's okay. I know that my body is adjusting because of the muscle mass, so it does this, so I'm not really expecting too much of a change for at least another few weeks. These are the series that we binged on this month. Altered Carbon we finished, which is an amazing, amazing series. And then we're almost done with the Gifted, caught up. My final February sets, I'll go in and I'll put this in at the end of every month. I did 10 runs at 23.82 miles for the month and 137 active minutes on average per day, 11,421 average daily steps. And then I slept on an average of 6 hours and 24 minutes, which is actually really, really good. So I've been trying to pay attention to my sleep and make sure that I go to bed by 10 o'clock or go to bed by 11, that I don't have any electronics affecting me after 10. And that has helped tremendously. And I'm able to get up at 5 o'clock a.m. every morning, make my coffee, have a little bit of quiet time, set up my focus journal, and work on different things in my planners, and then go to work. So these are my dailies, and as you can see that I do put in journaling here. These are the 1 to 5 things that I focus on the day. I try to break up my schedule. I again put the time that I wake up and the time that I get to work. And these are my habits. And these are what I try to focus on. I write these in every morning. I have found that if I don't write them in, if I just do a checkbox, I don't pay as much attention to it. And then this is my word of the day for every day. This is where I put that. And so yeah, this is February. And as you can see, some days I write a lot. Some days I don't write quite a bit. But it just depends on the day and how I'm feeling. Whether I have tons to do at the top or not, things that I want to pay attention to, all of that. So I usually try to write in when I don't have a workout and what I'm doing. Again, sometimes there's a lot, sometimes there's not. And we'll just go through here. This is when we saw Black Panther. These are amazing superhero stickers from the Coffee Monsters Co. And Helen is amazing. She is a 17-year-old girl, and she has this huge following on Instagram and on Facebook. And she does amazing little stickers. Her little emojis are adorable. So yeah, you can see that I don't really do a whole lot. Like I said, occasionally you will see a sticker, but that's pretty much it. And then this is my shiitake. And so that's the end of February. And so this is my setup for March. And so that is February in my Hobonichi. And we will go ahead and get into my February in my bullet journal. Now, this is how I'm tracking my runs. I will outline the day in red when I do have a run. I get a red check at the end when I've done my 5K. So this one I checked there, but I did it up here as well because that's the full week there. But this is my future log, and this is how I decided to make sure that I get all the training and everything in. And again, you'll see the 5K up there. Every quarter, I will be running a 10K, so sometime during the rest of this month, I've also got to run a 10K to get that done. So these are my 2018 goals, so I always review those and my words of the year. And this is how I am tracking my runs. This is the infamous Run to Mordor map. And I know it doesn't look like much, but it made me happy to get these stickers, although they were much smaller than I had imagined. So that's okay. This is my little doodle of a hobbit house, and we will talk about doodles here in a minute, but here I am mapping out all of the runs. Up until today, I have run 34 miles and for the year. And so I'll be tracking those all through these pages. From Hobbiton to Rivendell is 458 miles. That's my first map section. So I will be doing this for 458 miles. I don't know if I will have to move it to another journal, but we'll see. These are the 101 recipes that I've gotten done so far. Read 100 books. I finished Vlog Like a Boss. These are my A to Z movie lists that I'm checking or tracking. This is my year in pixels, and I have loved doing this. And as you can see, January was a hell month, but this month, February, was very, very good. I did add a new one, Stressed Out and Anxiety. I realized I did not have anything in there for that when I came home, and I was just having a very bad, stressful day, so I added that in. But so far, February was a much better month than January. I realized after I did these out in black that black was what the fuck, but you know, those are where February ends, and I screwed up in March. So I'm going to leave the lines and color over them because I don't think putting or whiting those out will make the colors be the same. And this is where February started. This was my February month log. These were what I was different orders that I was waiting for in February. This was my to-do list. Mainly this list is for the tasks that get carried over month to month. I don't go back and add things to this, at least not in general. Excuse me. This is where I wrote my February run stats, so I'll have it in this book as well. And so these were my challenges. This is NaCoWriMo. I've got to go back in and fill these out. But I also did get some letters back, which were awesome. The boho bearing challenge I did not do. I just had too much to do. 2 challenges per month is pretty much my limit. And this was the Oh So Cute Doodles challenge, and this was the Llamas Love Lettering Every Damn Day challenge, which I love and I'm continuing with. This, not so much. And you will see why. This is my Oh So Cute Doodles for February, or as I like to call it, the Oh So Cute and Horrific Disasters of February. Let these pages serve as a reminder: you write, not draw. Always remember this spread: when you get the urge to doodle shit again, just say no. Yeah, these were horrifyingly painful every minute I did them. I hated it. Hated it. I will never do this again. The only thing that I like out of this whole thing is my Lego, and it's pretty sad. But I didn't even know what the hell a Zentangle was. I'm like, so what the fuck? No, we're not even doing that. This was supposed to be Oscar the Grouch in a trash can, and he just looks like a Mexican Hulk. So we are just done with doodles. No more doodles. Ever. Never, 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 ever again. And if I ever decide that I am going to do doodles again, I will always go back and look at this and realize why we will not do these again. This is currently for February, what I was doing at the time. This is my tracking for my digital course. And as I said, I am focusing on that in March. This was week 6 of Love Lettering Every Damn Day, and my tracking for that week. This was the week of Valentine's Day, and I actually did something different here. And I was trying a different spread. I also got very excited because I got my Simply Gilded washi in the mail and felt like I needed to use it. And I'm like, okay, we're going to make this a beautiful spread. And it was just like, eh. So I didn't like this because there was still too much room left. So this was the Llama's Love Lettering for that particular week. And here's where I did my mid-first quarter review. So this was on the 19th. It should have been on the 14th, but I got off a few days. But I still wrote out my 2018 goals, my first quarter breakdown, and then my first quarter actual, and another little sticker from Coffee Monsters Co., which is the Wonder Woman emoji, and I love it! So she is awesome. Then week 8 for Llama's Love Lettering, and here is where I think I found spread peace. I really love this spread. I love how this turned out, and going forward, it has worked for me. So in February, I did a February in review, again like I had done in January, and worked out things that I accomplished, how I can improve next month, most proud of, most challenging, how am I different, my personal struggles, things that I learned this month and wanted to remember, my projects that I got completed, in progress next month, what I'm going to start, what I'm going to stop, doodling, give it up, for real, and then continue. So that is my February done. I will go ahead and show you my March setup. One thing that I have done and added is a new collection, which is my favorite things, my various top 10 lists. And for some reason, I was like, I need a top 10 list. I want to do my favorite movies. And then I kind of got insane and decided that I was going to do a top 10 list every week. So this is one for every week of this quarter, and there's 13 weeks in this quarter. So this will be the week 13 here. I had to split it out because I didn't have enough room in both of these. But I did my top 10 movies, my top 10 TV shows, my favorite sci-fi characters, my favorite foods, my favorite comic book characters, my favorite book series, which I still have to actually go back and find the other book series that I want to add. Series, is that really a word? No. My favorite drinks, my top 10 favorite actresses, my top 10 favorite actors, and then this week is my top 10 favorite symbols. So I've got 3 more weeks for the quarter, and if you have an idea for a top 10 list for me of favorite things, list it down below in the comments, because I would love to know what you would like to see in my favorite things top 10s. So I'll be doing this for every week, so I'll have 52 once the year is done, but I figure I can get a quarter on a 2-page spread, and we'll go forward with that. And then we are in March, and I was so excited that I got to do a Welcome March page, even though it is kind of sad compared to some of those out there, but you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream by C.S. Lewis. And then I put the calendar there and just some different things that I had. And this is what I'm currently doing for March: reading, planning, watching, cooking, eating, drinking, pinning, crafting, going, dreaming, feeling, and celebrating for March. And here is my March monthly log. And I did a run today, and if you remember in my beginning of this, I highlight my runs. I can get all the way back in red there. But I decided this month that I'm going to start highlighting them here as well, just because, because why not duplicate all of your efforts? No, I'm just anal retentive that way. My monthly task list, these are things that I moved forward from February. These are things that I'm still waiting on. And you know, if I end up with more space down here, we'll figure out what to do with that at the end of the month. Then I have a brain dump, and I had not had one of these pages, but I decided that I wanted to actually go in and have one set up. So right now I've got my video ideas, but I'll be doing other things as well on this page. And once it fills up, then I'll just move it forward and add it to another page. This is the Llamas Loves Lettering Every Damn Day challenge. And in addition to this, like here, back in these months, you can see that I did it in 3 different ways. I wrote it out large, I wrote it out small, and then I did it in cursive. I want to add my favorite characters off to the side for smaller letter practicing, instead of writing the same things over and over again. Because Cindy Gunter Baldo, who does this challenge, has done her favorite 1980s, 80s and 90s series. So when she was growing up. So we have all of those, and so I'm going to add all my favorite characters, because there's not even one series on here that I never watched. I've watched them all. And then she also has done her own random doodle challenge. Now when she does her doodles, they're on a 2-page spread, and they're just put out all over, and it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I can never do that. So what I have decided to do is no doodles allowed, given my previous spread. But what I'm going to do is follow these prompts, and they're all Simpsons characters, and do a 2-page spread with quotes from each of these characters. So I think that's the next one. Let me show you how I did that. So this is Cindy's rando quotes, not doodles. And so I'm going to do a quote given the different characters. So I have Homer, Lisa, Bart, and Marge so far. And these are some of my favorite quotes for each one of those characters. So that is how I'm going to do her rando doodle challenge. Instead of doodling, I will practice writing more. So this is week 9, and the Llamas Love Lettering, and I finished out February in the same way. And then here we start March, The Facts of Life, and I don't know why I wrote it so small, but I did. Natalie was my favorite character. Mork and Mindy, Mork was my favorite character. What's Happening, Raj, and actually Rerun was my favorite too. The Brady Bunch, Cindy, and Anytime You Saw Davy Jones. I'm a huge Davy Jones fan. Woohoo, we're the monkeys, yay. And then this is my happy spread for the week. So I've broken it up into the days, and I'll probably go back and color those days with a Tombow, just so they stand out a little bit. But I've also added a little bit of journaling on the bottom of each one of these days. I got that from Boho Berry, and I really liked it. So this is how I think my spreads are going to go for March. And then we have that all set up, and then this will be next week. And I'm traveling to Sonora, California, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with my best friend Kelly. And so I have everything set up for the week. And then in March, in my Hobonichi, I have my March set up here for the month. My goals, my starting stats. This is where I'll put my miles and my steps and my minutes. I just haven't written in my starting weight yet. Then 1001 goals list. I have my first quarter goals that are written out here that I will be focusing on. And then my main focus, is my online course and increase no spend days. And then these are the days that I have. I've gotten my new pen for Valentine's Day, and this is when we actually celebrated Valentine's Day. And I was a Lamy 2000, and it is a very thick, it's a medium nib, and I didn't realize how thick it would actually write, so I don't really like it in my Hobonichi. However, I am going to order a fine nib for it and replace the nib on it. But I love it. Oh my gosh, it is beautiful. It's a beautiful writing pen. And then this was yesterday, and this is today. So I've got to write in my run and finish out scheduling and then doing some journaling, but there you have it. For those of you that are wondering what a blank spread looks like, how I have it set up, these are my habits, my word of the day, my schedule, my training, and my focus as to things I need to get done. I also do some future planning here where if I have a payment due or some sort of bill or something like that that I need to get taken care of on a specific day, I will put it there. So that is my breakdown of February and how I have March set up for 2018. And I hope that you guys can give me some ideas on my top 10 list for the next few weeks, and I will be sure to do those for you. And if you have any other questions about any of this, what it's like using a Hobonichi Cousin Avec or a Leuchtturm 1917 official bullet journal, please, ask any questions below. I will be more than happy to answer them. But otherwise, this is my setup for March, and I will be also using my Dr. Jones, and we will see how that goes, and I will do a walkthrough on these as well at the end of the month. So I hope you have a great month. Enjoy yourselves, and I will talk to you later. Subscribe if you haven't, and give it a thumbs up if you like. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye-bye.